Hello everyone, greetings of the day. My name is Satya Rajan. I am a postgraduate in political science. Today's chapter is about understanding laws. Coming on to the important questions of the chapter. First question is, write in your own words what you understand by the term of rule of law. In your response, include a fictitious or real example of a violation of the rule of law. Now the answer is, the rule of law is a provision of the Indian Constitution that states that all people in independent India are equal before the law. It means equality, and every law is equal for every citizen in the country. It doesn't distinguish between caste or religion or any other standards. Whether it could be upper class or lower class, the laws are equal to everyone. Neither the president or any other high official is above the law. Which means that whether the person is the president or the prime minister or a common man, the law is equal to everyone. Profession does not mean that he or she is above the law. The punishment for any crime committed will be the same for every person, irrespective of post or power. For example, if a clerk is punished for corruption, the same punishment needs to be given to the higher official or minister for committing the same crime of corruption. Which means that even if a crime, which is like corruption, is done by a clerk, which means a common individual of an office, or it could be a higher official or minister, doesn't matter. The punishment for the crime, which is corruption or any other crime, is same for everyone. The punishment is same for the higher official as well as the clerk. The second question is, state two reasons why historians refute the claim that the British introduced the rule of law in India. The two reasons why historians refute to claim that the British introduced the rule of law in India are, first one is the colonial law was arbitrary. The second reason is the Indian nationalists played a prominent role in the development of the legal sphere in British India, and that's why the historians refute to claim that the British introduced the rule of law in India. The third question is, reread the storyboard on how a law on domestic violence got passed. Describe in your own words the different ways in which women groups work to happen or make this happen. Now the answer is, the Protection of Women from Domestic Violence Act 2005 was passed with an aim to protect women against any kind of violence. It could be physical or verbal. Various women groups work to make this happen by reporting multiple cases of domestic violence to the various forums. Basically, there were various forums which works for, basically it could be an NGO, we can call it as NGO, which works for the protection of women against domestic violence. And many women groups, voluntary women groups, reported multiple cases of domestic violence to these forums. A group of lawyers law students and activists worked together for drafting the domestic violence. Behind the NGOs, or apart from NGOs, many lawyers, there are law students and activists, women activists work together for drafting the domestic violence. Other than this, various women organizations, which could be NGOs or National Commission for Women, made submissions for the Parliamentary Standing Committee. All these actions taken by women or NGOs or voluntary activists together made the government pass the bill against domestic violence, which eventually became an act. Fourth question is, write in your own words what you understand by the following sentence. Now, pay attention to the sentence. They also began fighting for greater equality and wanted to change the idea of law from a set of rules that they were forced to obey to the law as including ideas of justice. Now the answer is, India before independence was forced to follow the rules set by the British government, which we all know. These set of rules were arbitrary or compulsory and were not authorized by the Indian nationalists. Hence, the freedom struggle against the Britishers also aimed at making a set of rules that were fair enough and just for all and were not just imposed on the Indians to follow. The Indian nationalists began to fight for their rights and wanted to set of rules that were equal for all, which basically means that the Indian nationalists want a rule which they have made for the people and which is equal and which performs according to the constitutional law. That's all for the day. I hope you all understood. Thank you.